Elections have consequences. Elections are not just the end of a campaign. The concession speech, the victory speech, these are the sounds of a starting pistol for what the voters have signaled may now begin. Elections aren't just about picking someone who we would like to win a contest. We are hiring someone to start work. Elections have consequences, remember?
I earned capital in the campaign, political capital, and now I intend to spend it. It is my style. That's what happened after the 2000 election. I earned some capital. I've earned capital in this election, and I'm going to spend it.
If Bush had capital and his election had consequences, how much capital does Barack Obama have now? And what are the consequences of his lopsided victory? Senator Obama himself is not talking in these terms. His tone could not have contrasted more with how President Bush approached this question.
Let's resist the temptation to fall back on the same partisanship and pettiness and immaturity that has poisoned our politics for so long. Let's remember that it was a man from this state who first carried the banner of the Republican Party to the White House, a party founded on the values of self-reliance and individual liberty and national unity. Those are values that we all share. And while the Democratic Party has won a great victory tonight, we do so with a measure of humility and determination to heal the divides that have held back our progress.
Humility and healing are the touchstones of a gracious acceptance speech. But elections, as I say, have consequences. The idea that America is too flawed, too scarred by racism to elect a black president, that idea is over. When Mahmoud Ahmadinejad of Iran said back in April that neither a woman nor a black man could ever get elected in a country like this, how satisfying is it to prove that guy wrong? The idea that white voters in Pennsylvania and Indiana could be counted on to vote for a woman, but never a black man, that idea is over. The idea that the Democratic Party is a regional party, it only appeals in the Northeast and on the West Coast and part of the upper Midwest, that's over. The 50-state strategy with all its risks, signed, sealed, and delivered, last night's blue map. The idea that the Republican Party has an indestructible, unbeatable get-out-the-vote effort, that idea is over. The idea that 527 groups will dominate any election or any candidate they want to, that's over. The idea that liberals can't succeed on television, that's over. Yes, we can. The idea, I confess my idea, that the parties were so unfairly branded on national security that we couldn't elect a Democrat in wartime anymore, that idea is over. The Bradley effect, over. For all of those assumptions and theories, I welcome you to obsolescence. All of that is finished. That's all old world. Barack Obama, from who he is to how he ran, he extinguished the old world. If you hear someone suggest those old world assumptions about politics, race, and what the USA is or is not capable of, if you hear it at work, you hear it at a party or at a press conference or at a United Nations speech or at the Thanksgiving table, you are now licensed to laugh out loud at that person. Today is a new world, and it is a new world about which we know very little. The question tonight is not what just ended. We know what just ended. The question is, what happens now?